Bad news for Alex Jones. Now, according to Raw's story, the right-wing conspiracy theorist host just recently lost his court battle against his ex-wife. After a 10-day trial in Texas, it was decided that he would no longer have custody of his 3 children. Wow, 10 days, man. That went fast. To be fair, they kind of had a lot to use against him. I do remember Cenk Uygur, the Young Turks, who's had a couple of small run-ins with Jones, interactions over the years. His show could not be used as evidence in the trial because it was too, I guess, inflammatory and too biased against Alex Jones. That's hilarious. Now, again, so they had to go and look up other stuff that he said. But again, Alex Jones, he's kind of well known for insane conspiracy theories and freaking out over the camera. So, now, according to BuzzFeed, the jury deliberated for about 9.5 hours and released a ruling late in the evening. Now, this ruling shows that Kelly Jones will continue joint custody of the children with the ability to decide where the children live. Before the case, she still had joint custody, but only limited and supervised visitation with the children who were living with their father. Mr. Jones' attorney argued that the character of Alex Jones he plays on InfoWars is nothing more than performance art and was really just an act. And look, we reported on that. Now, apparently, that ridiculous argument was not bought by the jury. Probably because during the case, he tried to not only argue that he was not an actor, but he was an actor, and he believed 100% of everything he did and said, even though he was doing performance art. It was strange. Now, basically, I mentioned at the time that this whole thing was him trying to have his cake and eat it too. And it turns out you can't do that and actually present a credible front. Now, here's some of the other arguments that were used by Miss Jones' lawyer. Mr. Jones is like a cult leader. Miss Jones' attorney, Robert Hoffman, told the jury, and we have seen the horrific damage cult leaders do to their followers. Well, you can't really argue against that, but it gets even crazier. According to BuzzFeed reporter Charlie Wartzel, Bobby Newman, the attorney for Kelly Jones, informed a court on Tuesday that Alex Jones once couldn't recall what grades his children were attending at school, and he blamed his faulty memory on the fact that he had just eaten, quote, a big bowl of chili for lunch. So you can't remember your kids because you had the chili. That must be some chili. I wonder if the Illuminati had gotten to his chili before and that's why he forgot. Or maybe it was the suicide murder pills. Or maybe it was the alien Satan, the satanic aliens that came in and made your chili, filled it full of stuff that gives you amnesia about your kids. I don't know. I'm just coming up with things. Kind of like Alex Jones. Now, Austin Statesman reporter Jonathan Love, meanwhile, said that Newman is also alleging that Jones instructed his own children to monitor and record their mother's behavior so he could use it as evidence against her in the custody battle. Now, look, that's a good example of some of these court battles getting incredibly ugly, incredibly dirty. So I'm not going to comment too much on that, even though I think it's a super dick move. Now, additionally, Love says that Newman claims Jones has been enmeshing children, especially his son, into InfoWars, as well as subjecting them to death threats. So this has taken an incredibly scary turn. Doesn't necessarily seem like a good environment for children. Okay. And apparently that jury, within 9.5 hours, agreed. Now, look, personally, I don't know if Jones is an actor or not. Some people think he is. Some think he's insane. I don't really know personally. I don't know Jones. Okay. But I do think, in my personal opinion, and I could be wrong, that I think he either does believe in his bullshit or that he believes that he believes. Right? So, what do I mean by that? Like, there is a certain point where you put up so much bullshit, even though you know that it's wrong, you know that it's crap, you try to believe anyway. And you believe that you believe in this stuff. Or, you know, maybe he is just mental. I mean, look, apparently a psychologist during this thing formally diagnosed Mr. Jones with narcissistic personality disorder. Okay, well, there's a start. Now, I don't know if that's enough to make someone believe that only he can save humanity against the satanic, alien, Saul Alinsky, one world government lizard people plot to kill most of humanity. I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. So, we'll see. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.